Welcome to Stream Economy, where we talk about the biggest story across movies, TV shows, and games. So this week, the Dark Phoenix trailer dropped, and honestly, it looks like it's gonna go up in a big ball of flames, because that's what Phoenixes do. Dark Phoenix was supposed to be a new X-Men trilogy involving one of my favorite villains of all time, Phoenix Force. And the trailer looks pretty decent, though I'm reserving additional hype until I see more footage, since Fox's X-Men movies have generally been mixed in terms of quality. All right, everybody, show of hands. How many of you watched this trailer and couldn't stop wondering, when will you see the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Same. Of course, yeah, you know everything, though, so you get out. Everyone else, put your hands down. Let's break this down. The Fox-Disney merger is a go and will officially close sometime around the middle of next year if everything goes smoothly. That means Disney won't officially own the X-Men until sometime in the middle of 2019. So if you're hoping for that post-credits Avengers 4 scene with your favorite X-Men in it, well, you're probably going to be disappointed. And if you don't believe me, how about the words of Disney CEO Bob Iger? In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, they asked him who would be overseeing the X-Men transition into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, specifically if Kevin Feige would be taking charge. And this is what he said. "I think it only makes sense. I want to be careful here because of what's been communicated to the Fox folks, but I think they know. It only makes sense for Marvel to be supervised by one entity. There shouldn't be two Marvels." I can't possibly imagine a world in which Kevin Feige would want to take all of these different movies and everything and try to make those work, so I'm predicting this means a full set of reboots for all of Fox's superhero franchises. Except for maybe Deadpool, because that's been pretty pitch perfect, and they can incorporate him into the MCU or not, as they so choose. If, in fact, it does mean full reboots, when would we potentially get our first glimpse at any of the new X-Men, and how could they be mixed into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? This is where we get to have a little bit of fun and speculate. So since this deal doesn't close until mid-2019, it follows that any movies produced after that point wouldn't hit theaters until at least a year later. So I think we have to take a look at the Marvel Studios release slate for 2020 to figure out when we might see the X-Men. So there are 3 unannounced superhero movies for Marvel in that calendar year: May 1st, July 31st, and November 6th. We have no idea which MCU movies are going to end up in these slots, but I have some ideas. Bear with me. The way that they could end up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe could be telepathic. In Doctor Strange 2, Doctor Strange could connect with Professor X or even Jean Grey. Now, that's a long shot, but still, it's cool. Or we could have a cosmic connection. There's an upcoming Eternals movie, and of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, both of them equally good opportunities to have a universe-altering thing happen that somehow affects the DNA of some humans on Earth, creating mutants. Now, there's a really good Reddit thread with a fan called For Better or Worse that talked about how Thanos' snap may have caused some sort of cosmic event that's sort of similar to that idea, and I have to give a shout out to that because I thought it was really cool. But that brings us to my favorite theory, which is a science and technology connection. We're definitely getting a Black Panther 2, so in that sequel, Shuri could discover that Scarlet Witch wasn't actually enhanced by experimentation, and that her powers were always a part of her DNA, and she is, in fact, a mutant. And then they go find more. Since that first appearance is probably going to be a mid or end credit scene, you might be asking, what about Spider-Man Far From Home? There's a couple of problems there. One, that's Sony, and Disney hasn't bought them yet. And secondly, they're going to be really busy trying to incorporate Venom into that franchise, so probably not. If Disney can find a director for Guardians 3 and get that movie out relatively on time, that could be a good place to do it. But I argue that this is a better franchise to relaunch Fantastic Four via somebody like the Silver Surfer. And if you remember from Guardians 2, they did in fact hint at Adam Warlock.
I think I shall call him Adam.
If Marvel doesn't use Black Panther 2, my money is on Eternals for the reintroduction of X-Men in a post-credits scene. From a business standpoint, this would be a brilliant move because it would get audiences into theaters to learn more about the Eternals as Phase 4 starts its rollout, just so they could catch a glimpse of the X-Men and a teaser for things to come. But at the end of the day, there's only one man who knows how this is all going to play out, and that's this guy, Kevin Feige. So Kevin, if you're watching, call me and tell me how it's going to go, because I'm dying to know. But if there was one other man who could decide how all of this should go down, It's Mark Serrels, right? How would you do it, Mark?
All right, let's play along, let's do it. Wolverine jumps in, oh, I'm Wolverine. Oh, he jumps in, he's really small and ripped. He wants a drink of water, that's all he wants. Oh, give me some water, I'm dehydrated and shredded. Then the ice guy comes in. Ice power, oh, ice. And then there's a one that has fire. Fire comes in, ice. Oh, and then Wolverine's like, water, oh, I'm dehydrated. And then he's not shredded anymore, but it doesn't matter because he's not going to die of dehydration. How many do they want? How many do they want? They've already got a million of them. They've already got Black Panther, the Guardians of the Galaxy guy, the guy that looks like a tree, the big ripped dude that's for the WWF. And now they want Mia. Great. Can we just move on now and make good movies now? Brilliant. Good times. That's what I want. Woo. See you later. Oh,
Mark Serrels should be the president of Hollywood. Don't you agree? Drop your best theories down in the comments. I'm dying to read how you would incorporate the X-Men into the MCU. You can check out last week's episode right over here. And of course, if you want even more stream economy, and why wouldn't you, click right over here. Be good streamers.